case you tired, on the strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. You think that they gon' let you disrespect us? I think that Oakland show will be on your side. They cold cloud, I don't know why you still pretend. What is the hour? The birth. No, the honey is not dumb. Take the story how you want. You drink that not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further. I comment. It's the fucking bees. But faithful. You Malibu most money. You know my boy. Big car boy. Got Gatorade this far. Since 2009, the classic. Jumping. You used to get away. You feel Tokyo boxes. What a open yo boy. The other man say I beat. They say they come. I think something hot. Might write this with a flash. Tell the cops out. Say hi. The cops say one action. No accident. I'm just wrong. You can try to get college. On the range roar, he was good, that's the knowledge. And get his face tatted like a apologizing. I grab these words to him, young niggas for who leader. From a logic down to center, better not make on some finger. See, Herbo used to clean up, that killer the moving flash. Their name gotta be registered, they based the neighborhood watch. I lean with you, like a never line of rock. Yeah, all I go in, never shit it up the box. Let her roll, I'ma get them drop. Six niggas, and I walk past the ox. Tackle this rock, so I really have it stopped. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Never ever lie, here, 69 God. Niggas dead, spotlight, boy, look like a break pack of spotlight. See you back up, it's a must be a spotlight. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. That's the kind of time motherfuckers don't change. I'm still down, calling up the slaves. And later with the metal, better railroads and things. Better get the short second, let me put y'all on that. Better look at this town, but we making richer fast forward 2024. You got the same agenda. You go to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you. This is their challenge. You call future when you do see the clears. Little babies, baby bitches, we the world. 20 rounds in your first street cred. They'll make you feel like you're a family. I mean, like Trevor said, you can get the north side. That's the two chains that you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. When you not a cop, and you get the family matter and the truth for the matter. Here's God, let me show you other land. Never change, height, 1, 2, 3. Ref height, check.
Fans, at this time we ask that you please rise, if able, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the field for the presentation of our nation's colors and the singing of our national anthem, performed this evening by Yesenia Martinez.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets echoed, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Good evening, Oakland, and welcome again to Laney Field. Before we kick off tonight's matchup against San Diego, we pause to honor a man whose footprint is embedded in every blade of turf on this field, and whose heart was the engine of Oakland football for over 40 years. This past November, Northern California lost a giant, and Laney College lost its North Star, Coach John Beam. Coach Beam wasn't just a coach, he was a builder of people. From Skyline High to Laney College, he spent 4 decades teaching discipline, pride, and belief to those who needed it most. He took on the players others overlooked and turned them into scholars, Division I athletes, and Super Bowl champions. But his vision didn't stop there. When the Golden State Storm was just an idea, John Beam was there. He was instrumental in bringing this team to Oakland and to this very field. He provided the guidance and support we needed in our earliest days, and he was especially moved to see women take the field here at Laney, proving, as he always did, that the game of football belongs to anyone with the heart to play it. To honor his life and his towering legacy, every Golden State Storm athlete will wear the JB decal on their helmets throughout this season. This decal was designed, produced, and applied to every helmet by Golden State Storm players. We lost Coach Beam to an unfair tragedy, but a legacy like his cannot be silenced. It lives on in the thousands of lives he shaped, the families he uplifted, and the game we play tonight. Please join us in a moment of silence as we remember a mentor, a father, a husband, and a true Oakland legend. Rest in power, Coach Beam. We will never forget you.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Laney College here at Dr. Bill Riley Stadium at Stan Peters Football Field here in illustrious Oakland, California. Here, Jack Lowry, Sarah Ash on the call here for the first ever matchup between the Golden State Storm and the San Diego Rebellion. Sarah, how you doing?
Doing well. A historic day in women's sports and women's tackle football, and in Bay Area sports as well, Jack.
Right you are. It is lovely to be out here at Laney College, y'all. It has been a picture-perfect day here in the Bay Area. 67 live temperature right about now here at Stan Field. Should be a nice night, not too cold. As we see Sutro Tower in the background here, we have, once again, as we said, the inaugural Golden State Storm matchup. It's their first ever game, and they have their workout cut out, I should say, Sarah, against the San Diego Rebellion, a team that went 6-0 last season.
Yeah, certainly 6-0, undefeated in the regular season. Not just that, but they recorded 4 shutouts. That means the other team scored no points across the regular season. They won their first postseason game, but they lost to the Texas Elite Spartans in the playoffs. The Spartans then went on to win the title, which we'll come on to. We'll talk all about what the history of this league is, who has won. The Texas Elite Spartans, certainly the ones to beat, but the San Diego Rebellion out for revenge, you could say. They're certainly going to be out for blood this season. They've got a ton of all-pro players, 13 total, 9 of them are returning. So certainly Golden State has their work cut out for them, but don't write them off just because they're new. Their head coach, Dallas Hartwell, went hard in the portal, got a lot of talent in that core, in the offensive line, in the linebacker roles, and they are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Right, you are. We talked about, with Coach Hartwell a handful of days ago, just building a team the right way in the vision that he wanted, with a lot of, as we said, transfers in the portal. A lot of players like Olga Valdez, who's a 5-time league champion down in Mexico. She was WNFC All-Pro in 2024 and 25. We have Zay Delente in there. We have people on the defensive side like Charmaine Bradford and Leilani Kamal, someone who's been playing tackle football since she was 16 professionally. It's quite impressive, and we're talking about impressive here, Sarah. A big advantage for the Storm tonight will be this, what would seem to be capacity crowd here at Laney College. Y'all, if you didn't, or if you weren't able to come out tonight, make sure to come out next Saturday here for the next contest. We have probably, 2,500 people here in the stands. It is a palpable sense of community, Sarah. You'll love to see it in Oakland.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, in Oakland, people are going to turn out. They're going to turn out for their team. It's not just family. It is friends. It is people who have been following this league on social media, who have wanted a team here in the East Bay or in the Bay Area all together. People have traveled from far and wide to be here. It is packed. They are excited. They came here early as well.
Yes, they did. They were here hours before. We saw Leilani Kamal's parents here with the pups over in the back of the stands. You love to see it. Like I said, it's a lot of Oakland Ballers shirts. There's just, anytime you're here in Oakland and you're at a sporting event, it just angers you that the team's left, because the fans here are truly the best. This is such a great splotch of different people from different backgrounds of life with one common bit of pride, and that is Oakland and Oakland sports.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And it's echoed here tonight. We talked with, of course, the head coach of Golden State Storm, Dallas Hartwell, and he said he doesn't want to be just a team for Oakland. He wants to be a team for the Bay Area. He's made his home here. He has his family here, his 2 daughters, and he's really excited to be a part of this and bringing professional women's tackle football to the Bay Area. He expects his daughters to play at least one of them, he said.
Yes, 100%.
And he's
They're banned,
excited.
though, today. I remember him saying that they were going to try and run on the field if they were here. They're going to get too excited. And I'm almost too excited to get this game finally started off. We have the Golden State Storm in those lovely, clean navy and gold jerseys. We have the San Diego Rebellion in the white with some red trim in there. As you can see, there's a few little differences here in the WNFC, one of them being the kickoff is from the 45-yard line, that to help prevent some of that more high-impact action that can happen that can cause so many injuries at the kickoff, Sarah.
Yeah, of course. Everything else will be NCAA collegiate football rules, with the exception of the kickoff being from the 45.
Right, you are. We'll show a couple of the differences as the situations arise, and the Storm are going to take their first kick here. That is number 16 there. That is Dorothy Mau's going to get brought down at the 30-yard line. As 6 seconds have gone by here in the tenure for the Golden State Storm. As we said, this is going to be a bit of an uphill battle here for the Storm. The San Diego Rebellion, a perennially good team here in the WNFC since its inception. Had the same head coach the entire time. And we will have Stephanie Elizondo here with Chris Grimes in the backfield. Elizondo at QB. We're just waiting for that first snap here. Looking for a bit of a, this looks like a audible happening here for Elizondo. Snaps and claps. Little high, touches the hands there, incomplete. That was intended there for number 14, Brandy Ransom, a player that we have seen a lot of on social media here, Sarah. A fun follow on Instagram if you haven't already, folks at home.
Yeah, a former Division I track athlete, and it was there. That throw just a little bit too high, understandably the nerves. The first snap, of course, but you like the call from Dallas Hartwell. Why start slow? Why get a run? He was talking about the arm of his quarterback, Stephanie Elizondo, and he says, hey, there's no room for nerves here. We're going to take it to him.
Right you are. Elizondo can sling it. Ends up handing it off to Chris Grimes, who's gobbled up in the backfield. That looks like it's going to be about a 2-yard loss there for the Storm. Met in the backfield there. I believe that was number 1, Amani El Amin for the Rebellion. So it's our first 3rd and 11 now here for the Storm. See how the gals in Navy can respond here. Seeing Chris Grimes, one of the leaders of this team with that last ball. That stoic leader that Coach Hartwell spoke about. Someone who's trying to make these folks play that right way as Elizondo's going to roll to the left there. Ooh, that's the right concept. Maybe not the right amount of zip on that. Intended for Ransom, Sarah.
Yeah, that was an incredible play, though. That's Armin Christina Leo, the cornerback, wearing number 18 of the San Diego Rebellion, coming flying in. She read that, and she read it perfectly. And, hey, just a half second more, and that might have been a first down for Golden State. But first possession, first 3 and out for Golden State Storm, and now we get to check out the punting team.
Right you are. That was almost a pick 9, which we can get to here in a second. Sylvia Sloss will be taking the punt. For those who don't know, defensive touchdowns in the WNFC count for 9 points. Could get a pick 9 there, almost. But alas, we'll see Sloss back here. 2 returners. It's a nice booming punt there to about midfield there. Ooh, that's bobbled for a moment there by El Amin. Gets to about the 45 of the Storm. Continues to dance around before met by about 3 Navy bodies there. So we'll see the Rebellion now on the front foot of the Storm 45, Sarah.
Yeah, this will be good starting position for the San Diego Rebellion. This is going to be the test of what head coach Dallas Hartwell of the Golden State Storm said is probably going to be the hardest thing about coming up against this San Diego Rebellion team. Their offensive line is so good. They are so good in the box. And so this is going to be the first time this defense is really tested against an offensive line full of a bunch of all-pro tackles that we'll get to in a moment.
Right you are. This game is won in the trenches here. The Rebellion averaged 30 points a season last year. Averaged only allowing 6. That's a long ball there, open, and that is caught. It was a little behind, but eventually pushed out there and caught by, that was number 14, Tanisha Taylor. Tanisha Taylor, I should say. It's a nice catch, a little behind, but does enough for the Rebellion for the first down. This will be added about the 13-yard line. And as we said, the Storm starting out here on the back foot. This capacity crowd here in Oakland in strong voice for the Storm already. And under center there, Danny Traynor. Receives the ball looking to the left, maybe thinking about a slant route there, and that is caught, eventually brought down there. Nice catch there That's Alicia Zapianili with the catch. That's about a 5, maybe 6-yard gain here for about a 2nd and 4.
Zapianili, one of the starting slot receivers for this team. 3rd most yards among the wide receivers last year with 1 touchdown. She's back for more.
We talked about it many times, Sarah. Rebellion definitely trying to make their voices heard here early. Obviously, probably pretty perturbed about going undefeated and then losing in the semis, as that's going to be a nice run option there. It's going to be eventually brought down.
Yeah, that's just an option play. Danny Trainer sees the field, opts to keep it as the quarterback, returning quarterback. She had 96 yards, but she was the 3rd highest rusher. She had 110 rushing yards last season herself, so she can also run the ball. She opts to keep it there, and this is good field position and a really big moment. Can the Golden State Storm take a stand and force San Diego Rebellion to at least make a decision about if they're going to go for it?
The cheers reverberating through the stands already here at Laney College. Can the Storm make a stand? Or are the Rebellion Stormbreakers here looking to open up their scoring here in the 2026 season? Oh, some nice pressure from the Storm, but breaks the tackle. Looks like that will be a 1st down. Almost a huge stop for the Storm. Will be enough for 1st and goal here for the Rebellion, Sarah.
Shaniqua Bennett is the one who got there for Golden State, and you could see her after the play. She knew she almost had it, and this is big. I mean, Danny Trainer walking over to the sideline. It looks like they're going to go for it.
Right, you are. Full marks to Trainer for staying on her feet. Their feet, I should say. You can hear those big defense chants here. It's always going to be the advantage of playing in Oakland. All right, so we will see Trainer in the pistol position. Oh, no, pardon me, going to go under center now with an I formation. It's refreshing to see an I formation in 2026 here. Hand off the middle. Can the Storm plug it up? They can. That's going to be a loss of 1 there. Believe that was Leilani Kamal.
That was Paulina Lopez who got there first. It was a group effort, but that's number 13, Paulina Lopez. Paulina, 2025 first team All-Pro linebacker. She's one of the players that Golden State got in that transfer portal coming from Seattle, and she makes a big play there.
Right, you are. Coach Dallas, I should say, talked time and time again about finding the right players at the line and the linebacker position. Pardon me if I get a name wrong. The sun is directly above the uprights here. Oh, is this going to be a quarterback keeper here? Is Danny able to walk it in? I believe Trainer's going to walk this in. And that is going to be a touchdown for the Rebellion. 6-0 early. Running in unopposed is Danny Trainer. Had a very solid offensive flurry there to start out for the Rebellion there, Sarah.
Well, the first points of the season go to Danny Trainer, and a great first offensive set for this San Diego Rebellion team.
It's always going to open up your playbook. Your defensive opponents have to respect both the run and pass from the quarterback. That's a bit of a low snap, and that's going to be a bit of a shank there to the left. Certainly looks like the kicker was popped there.
We can take a look at the replay. It almost looks like there might have been a hand on that at the line of scrimmage. It changed directions in a hurry.
Right, you are. Even if not, the walls certainly seemed like they were closing in. That's always going to be a high-pressure situation. Yeah, look at that glare right there. That's what I'm looking directly into. All right, so we'll see how the Storm respond to some adversity here. I guess we could touch on it, too, that, there was that PAT attempt as well, but there also is a 3-point attempt here in the WNFC. Sarah, you want to expand on the 3-point try?
Of course, there's your normal 1 and 2 point after attempts, and those will remain at the 3-yard line, as it does, of course, in the NCAA. But additionally, there's going to be a 3-point try. That's from the 10-yard line. It's a play from the line of scrimmage only. It cannot be a kick. Mm-hmm. And we have yet to see somebody, of course, attempt that in this game. We'll be excited to do that. Hopefully, we'll get to witness it here.
Yeah. Right, you are. Adds that another fun wrinkle to this already incredible game that we play here at Laney College. Rebellion ready to send it long, which they do. Almost looks like it got lost in the lights there. And this is going to be Brandy Ransom, who's going to take it to about the 22 there. Former sprinter from Rice. Able to pick it up and get a nice about 15-yard return or so. So once again, we will see the Storm try to pick up the pieces here for Stephanie Elizondo. We'll see Brandy Ransom there. Seeing Chris Grimes only run the ball once so far. Would assume we're probably going to be seeing more of Chris. Here is, I believe that is Chris in the backfield there with Elizondo. And that is a handoff for Grimes, who is going to get brought down and thought they were getting gang tackled in the backfield, I should say. Broke a few tackles. Still lost a couple there. So we have seen this interior, Sarah, of the Rebellion so far be on the front foot with some smash mouth defense.
Yeah, we knew this about them. It's a team that's really well coached. They've had a lot of defensive end standouts as well as their linebackers, but offensively, they are efficient. Their offensive line is efficient, and their defense is exactly the same. You talk about the box, you talk about those defensive ends and those linebackers, and they pursue. That's the main thing that Coach Hartwell said to us. They pursue hard, but they don't get behind the play.
Right you are. Elizondo here with a nice pass. Bounces off the pads, and it's picked off. This could be our first pick 9 of the season. And that 9 is mine for the Rebellion. My goodness. And just like that, 15-0. Wow. A bounce right off of the pads there. Falls into the welcoming hands of Christina Jordan. Gets the first pick 9. Let's see it one more time. A little bit of loft, just bounces off the pads. That's a wide receiver's worst nightmare.
Well, credit where credit is due, of course, and Christina Jordan being there to pick that ball up when it pops off. But, I mean, these wide receivers for Golden State have just been under pressure immensely. And, you know, you never know how you're going to react, as Dallas Hartwell told us, when you're getting hit in the game. And these wide receivers may be a little scared of that contact right now. San Diego Rebellion coming in and playing hard.
And let's not discount they're staring directly into the sun when catching those balls, as that PAT is up. And it is good, so that is going to be 16-0. So we're going to step away here for a second. Jack Lowry and Sarah Ash here on the call. The Storm here trailing with a score of 16-0. We'll be back here after 90 seconds. We'll be back. Don't. Second, 22. Copy. Welcome back, folks. The Golden State Storm here, struggling early against the San Diego Rebellion, Sarah. Now we get to see how Elizondo picks up the pieces here for her Storm. It's been a bit more of a drizzle to start off, perhaps. We'll see Chris Grimes in the backfield as well. And off to Chris, dancing around there, again met in the backfield. Pursuit, Sarah, pursuit.
And that's what we knew was going to happen. This defensive line, and mainly these linebackers of the San Diego Rebellion, are absolutely outstanding. Outside linebacker Katie Claxton, first team All-Pro linebacker last year, was finalist for Player of the Year. They're pursuing, but they're not over-pursuing. The problem here for the Storm is when they're going to throw, they know the defense knows that the run option is simply not there. So the Storm are going to have to pass. They can lock down the pass, and this linebacking core has this run on lock. So the Storm need to figure out how to get a running game going to unlock everything else.
I mean, hey, let's think about it. Let's think about that's a low snap there. Elizondo's going to fall on it. So it'll be 3rd and about, I would say, 18 or so. I was going to say, though, because of that going for 3 concept here, let's say the Storm, say it's an 80-yard bomb right now, then they go for 3 afterwards. Then it's just a 1-score game, just like that.
Key for the Storm right now, of course, it's early on. We're in the first quarter. It's 16-0. The key right now is to stay mentally stabilized. You don't want to let it go right now and decide, okay, well, this isn't going well. Snaps like that really do indicate something mental is going on. They need to calm down, take a deep breath, see what yards they can get here.
Coach Hartwell brought it up, the famous quote, everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the face. Certainly seemed like the Storm have been punched in the face here. Can they respond? That's a nice catch. No, it's not. It's going to be fallen down on the ground. They're building. The Storm certainly seem to be brewing more and more intended there. For number 4, I believe that's Sylvia Sloss, who will now take her turn punting the ball. Better from the Storm, though, with that pass, it seemed like.
Yeah, certainly Sylvia Sloth, playing in the slot, also a punter. She's a former collegiate soccer player, so that's why you'll see her punting as well. Plenty of these rookies, so many rookies on this team, on this Golden State Storm team. We'll get to that in a second, but so many coming from other sports. Sylvia Sloth coming from the world of soccer, but you even see it right there. Sylvia Sloth with good hands makes the play for about 98% of it and just can't finish it.
Almost got popped there. That's a very friendly Storm bounce, so it'll go to the 48 and recovered there. That was by number 28, Shina Cole, I should say. So we'll be seeing the Storm one more time. See if they can respond here. We saw that big play there on the left side of things for the Rebellion. They were able to get about a 30-yard pass going. The sun finally peaked below the building. That was inhibiting our vision here. The Storm fans ever vocal as the sun starts to go down behind Twin Peaks. The stadium lights are on. Can't ask for much more here on a Saturday night in Oakland. See if the Storm can respond. See Trainer under center, I formation again. 2 wide. Quick snap, that's going to be up the middle there. That's going to be a tackle there by number 13, Paulina Lopez, who's had a couple tackles already there, Sarah.
Yeah, and you can see we talk about over pursuing and not over pursuing, and the San Diego Rebellion doing a great job defensively of not over pursuing. Right there, you see Bennett wearing number 25, a defensive end, just over pursuing. She gets back to the backfield, but she goes behind the play, allowing, of course, San Diego Rebellion to take those few yards.
Always a frustrating way to find yourself flat-footed in that situation. All right, so looks like we're going to see another I formation here for the Rebellion. About 2nd and 6 now. Storm looking to get a stop now. Ball snap drops back. Nice pressure. The ball is fumbled. The ball is out. It is recovered by the Rebellion. Ball pops out, and these fans pop up. It's a big hit right there, Sarah.
Absolutely. That's Charmaine Bradford-Airy, the linebacker, getting into the backfield.
El Capitano.
Brings the energy and the fun, says her head coach, says her head coach, Dallas Hartwell. Chris, on the other hand, for reference, Chris Grimes brings the stoic leadership. The two really balance each other out, but you can see the energy right there. Once that play is made, this team wanted that for their player.
Right you are. The chance of defense thudding through the metal seats here at Laney College. A big 3rd and 9 now for the Golden State Storm. In the shotgun position here is Danny Trainer, looking to quell this defense. That's going to be slipping out of the hand there. That's always frustrating as a quarterback. So it'll be a nice stop here for the Storm. It's a 3-and-out, Sarah. Encouraging.
Certainly encouraging for this Storm after, of course, 16-0 San Diego going up. It's nice to see them get a defensive stand. Actually, looks like San Diego are going for this here, Jack.
Certainly looks like they are. We still are only in the first quarter here. 2 more minutes. 10 minutes have gone. All right, so we're going to see a 4th-and-9 try here from Trainer and the Rebellion.
Yeah, you wonder if they're going to just try to draw Golden State offside here.
Maybe a little pooch punt.
There it is.
No, they're going to sling it. Trainer a little short, no good. And that is going to be a turnover on downs and the momentum shift that the Storm needed. It's a big stop there, Sarah.
That was the exact same look as third down. That was 25, Alicia Zapia-Naley, the Z, all the way down the sideline. Third down, she was wide open. She went back to that huddle and she said, I can beat my defender, launch it to me, and that just a little underthrown.
It's always difficult, that cross-field pass. You know, it's on paper, about a 15-yard throw, but, you know, if you basically factor in the hypotenuse or whatever math word you want to use for it, that's a really long throw, and obviously going to be really hard to find that right amount of loft and zip. Alas, we'll have the Storm now trying to get on the front foot, trying to get into Rebellion territory for the first time. Elizondo, pump fake there, tucks it, gets popped, gets about a 2-yard gain there, Sarah.
Yeah, she was so far in that backfield. That long run looked pretty long. She's going to get a gain of, maybe 2 yards if we're generous here.
Right, you are.
Nice pump fake. The right idea to pull it back as the pocket just collapsed around her. She had to pull that down. And this is going to be the biggest question of this game. The offensive line having trouble holding up against this rush of the San Diego Rebellion, and we're seeing that in so many ways. Of course, running back Chris Grimes can't get any space. And, of course, quarterback Stephanie Elizondo, just no time to throw.
Right. Yeah, that juke was almost in slow motion. A la Kyle Anderson there. All right, so we are going to see Elizondo here in the pistol position from what I can see. Uh-oh, bobbled, and that is recovered by the Rebellion. That's frustrating for the Storm. A great bit of defensive stance there. Just bounced off the hands of Chris Grimes, and unfortunately the second turnover for the Storm tonight.
4 forced fumbles for this Rebellion side in their 6 regular season games as we get a look here. That was last year in 2025. This is a team that knows how to hit hard. They know how to get the ball out.
Right place, right time there for the Rebellion, who get the ball back. After just a couple of plays here, they'll get the ball at the 46 of the Storm with 1:05 remaining here in the first quarter. Still plenty of time. I mean, obviously, there's so many different ways that you can get back into a game here with WNFC, Sarah, whether it be a pick 9, whether it's going for 3. That's another handoff, this time to the left, getting some space, but brought down by Laney College there, Sarah.
El Amin gets the carry, and we get a chance to talk about number 43 with that flowing hair.
Love it.
Before Golden State Storm and Leilani Kamal. Listen, she played tackle football with her boys' high school team. She was a standout so much on that team that with her tape, she was the first 15-year-old, under 18-year-old to play in a professional league.
That is wild. That is wild. Leilani's parents just to the left of us here. They brought their pups, very cute as well, as that ball is handed off to El Amin up the middle. Gets popped in the back. That is good enough for a first down, it looks like, on about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and for San Diego right now, there's no reason to stop running the ball. You're getting 4 or 5 yards on every single run. It's a great job by El Amin in her second year in this league, native to San Diego, California. Born in 1992, playing professional.
All right. Well, let's see what's going to happen here in the second quarter. The Golden State Storm struggling here, down 16-0. How will they respond? We'll be back. Welcome back, folks, to Laney College. Jack, Larry, Sarah, Ash here on the call for the inaugural Golden State Storm matchup against the San Diego Rebellion. Been all Rebellion so far, Sarah.
Certainly. I mean, you mentioned it in the open here. This is the team that won 6 out of 6 regular season games, lost in their second round of the playoffs, and they certainly are a team that are returning almost all of their core group and out for blood this season.
Right you are. As we will see the Rebellion in the white jerseys here with a fresh set of downs on the Storm 35. Handing it up the middle once again to Elamine on the right side of things. That's going to be about a 15-yard game before being tackled out of bounds.
I said it before the end of the first quarter. There is no reason for San Diego to do anything other than hand it off to Elamine. She has been absolutely outstanding. 4 or 5 yards on every single run. That one getting even more, getting the first down. And for San Diego, until Golden State can figure out a way to stop the run, there's no reason to risk it and put the ball in the air.
Just play like it's 1948. Just keep handing the ball off until they force you to do otherwise. Game's always going to be won in the trenches here. Certainly seemed like the Rebellion want to continue to expand this lead. If you're just joining us, scored on a QB sneak, and then they scored on a pick 9. Which, for those who don't know, any defensive touchdown here in the WNFC counts for 9 points. Not counting the point after attempt, I should say. All right, shotgun position here. That's going to go high, almost intercepted. And Sarah, this was actually something I was going to point out here, that we've seen on pretty much every Rebellion throw, the ball has been a little underthrown.
Yeah, that one actually a little overthrown, and a great job by number 42 of Golden State, just making sure she gets back, reads it all the way. And like I said, you're putting the ball in the air, you're risking something like that happening.
Yeah. Every throw seems to have been dubious so far here for the Rebellion. Ball's been floating in the air. I'm sure that makes any safety's eyes get real wide as we have a 2nd and 10 here. Elamine's going to get up the middle. The ball squirts out, and it's recovered by the Storm. Igniting this Laney College crowd. Big stop there, Sarah. Big stop.
This crowd is on fire. This team is on fire right now. Listen, these are the moments that ignite your team in a game like this. You're down 16-0 to a team that, for the record, only allowed an average of 6.8 points per game to their opponent last season. And after going down quickly in the first 2 possessions, they've gotten 2 big stops. Now the question becomes, Jack, can this energy from offense translate onto defense?
Right. That's the big thing about turnovers, is you are always going to create so much just momentum in the crowd on the sideline. You see how much that ignited everybody. So we're going to see Elizondo here back in the shotgun position. That's a handoff there. And brought down in the backfield there. And that is Julie Seal Paquan, who is listed at 4'10", Sarah. Low person wins, so it makes sense to have your running back.
Yeah, and she looks it. She looks it on the field.
My goodness.
Certainly. Listen, it's the exact opposite of Chris Grimes, right? Chris Grimes, they're going to get the ball. They're going to power through. They've got the size and they've got the speed. That's not working, so try something different.
Right. Went power, now trying finesse. Now we have Elizondo here 4 wide in the shotgun position, trying to capitalize off of the turnover. It's a nice pass. Yet to complete. Only 1 completion so far between the 2 sides. Little low there, but we'll see how the Storm respond now with about a 3rd and 17? 3rd and 17 now.
Yeah, so this is a clear passing play. At this point, you can launch down the field. It might be as good as a punt, but these cornerbacks for San Diego Rebellion, I mean, give credit where credit is due. They have been absolutely locked down 1v1.
Right. They've been physical as well. When the ball touches the wide receiver, that looked like a bit of a screen, which it is. Caught there, nice bit of juke. And that Sloss there is going to get brought down, ignites this crowd. This crowd wants something to cheer for so bad, Sarah. That's going to be a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 4th down here for the Storm.
That looks like they're sending
let's see.
The thing is, because Sylvia Sloss is a receiver and also a punter, you can't tell when the punter jogs out onto the field. So right now our eyes are focused. We're looking at number 12, Stephanie Elizondo, the quarterback, seeing if she jogs off. She does now, and it will be a punt.
Yeah, we'll see Sloss in the end zone there.
But you see that pursuit. Sloss was just tackled by two San Diego Rebellion players pursuing hard.
Right.
And they drove her right to the ground.
And that's going to be a nice punt there to the left side, received at about the 35 for the Rebellion. And a nice bit of gang tackling there. 8:58 here left in the first half. San Diego Rebellion looking to add to this lead. They'll have their best field position so far today, Sarah.
Yeah, compliments of Brittany Lucane, who received that punt. We haven't gone to talk about her much. She's an outside linebacker, also back to receive those punts. One of the many all-pro linebackers and just all-pro players, really, that San Diego Rebellion are returning. She led the team in tackles and sacks, was first-team all-pro last year.
They are littered with all-pro players. Makes sense if you're 6-0. I certainly hope you get some accolades. As we'll see a handoff there up the middle. That's going to be about a 2-yard gain there. We did see there, believe that was Shaniqua Bennett, got to the backfield. Bit of an arm tackle, but eventually brings down the running back for the Rebellion, Sarah.
Yeah, it's a good pursuit there from the defense, who's seemingly having a bit of an easier time now figuring it out against this strong offensive line of the San Diego Rebellion.
Right, you are. Definitely seems like the Storm have calmed down here a little bit. Frustrating that there's a 16-piece over your head to show for it, but I'm sure there's plenty of time left for the Storm to respond. 32 minutes of cumulative game time left. Hand up the middle, met by the Storm. That's Leilani Kamal. Nice tackle, pumped up there from 4-3.
Leilani Kamal, the middle linebacker, is absolutely outstanding in this first half of professional football that she's playing for the Golden State Storm. Her family all here in the stands. They certainly should be proud. We already mentioned her, but just to finish on that, a 5-time NAIA flag football national champion. Standout linebacker for the Mile High Blaze in the WFA as well.
Well, that's a low snap there, Sarah. Gonna take it and brought down again. That's gonna be a nice stop here for the Storm. That'll be a gain of 4 here. Be about 4th and 5 now for the Rebellion. One would assume that they're gonna go for it here, Sarah.
Yeah, 4th and 4. We'll see what they choose to do. They're gonna change a few units.
Right, you are. They did struggle with PATs, so one would assume that a 42-yarder probably out of the question.
Well, Danny Traynor jogging off the quarterback, so this will be...
Oh, snap, perhaps. Who knows?
A field goal attempt.
There is a miscommunication happening, some large gesticulations. Let's see who's going to be back for the kick there.
This is number 84, Jocelyn Charlotte, first year with the Rebellion.
All right, you are. So this is going to be a 42-yard kick. Storm do have someone back just in case it doesn't go the distance. Dow's going to go for an ice. Or they move. Okay, yeah. Certainly appeared like San Diego. We needed to talk it over. All right. So look. Cool. So we're just going to stay here while we're waiting about 6 minutes or so for the Storm to pull something back. Obviously, Sarah, they don't have to, maybe make this Herculean comeback in the next 6 minutes. But if you're Coach Dallas Hartwell, what are you thinking here? You just trying to focus on maybe getting a stop here with the field goal?
Yeah, for both teams, we'll start with the Golden State. If you're Dallas Hartwell, you're just trying to ride the wave right now because it was a shaky start, and so far it's just gotten better and better with every possession, offensively and defensively. Obviously, defense has been a bit of a standout right now, but if you're San Diego Rebellion, the main goal right now is to not take your foot off of the pedal. You want more and more, and that's why they're going for this field goal here. You don't want to get sloppy. Get the points while they're on the table.
All right, we'll see it here. A snap. It's a little high. It's going to be a fake. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness, it was almost intercepted. Hands on hat there. Oh, you could see the frustration from Charmaine Bradford.
Jack, I don't think that was a planned fake from the reaction on the field.
No,
that was just
that
was just a high snap. Of course, the holder didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Opted to just stand because there was just no time whatsoever. That's Martin, number 47, who was holding the ball.
Right. Anytime you see a player just stand fully up and look at one of their teammates, usually not something has gone wrong.
Yeah, it is a good idea by Martin to obviously not try to put it down on the ground. At that point, though, just go down.
Absolutely.
Don't try to make a throw. Don't try to be the hero.
Right, you are. And let's bring some positives here from the Storm. 2 turnovers on downs and a turnover as well. Obviously, the offensive end maybe still struggling a little bit, but Elizondo and Grimes trying to turn that around here for the Storm. That's a pass. It's a little behind. I believe that was intended for Ransom there, number 14. Sure enough, Brandy Ransom. Looking for that screen. It was a little behind from Elizondo. It'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Storm.
Yeah, it looked like they were just trying to set up that quick screen to Ransom. Obviously, a former Division I track athlete. She's got some legs on her. She can certainly run. The idea there, get her the ball as quick as you can and let those legs do the rest.
Yeah, get the ball in space. Get it going. We will see trips right now for Elizondo. Looks like there's going to be a blitz. Chris Grimes breaks a tackle. Chris Grimes has got some space and a first down. Wakes up this Laney crowd here. It's a nice, encouraging run there if you're Coach Hartwell.
Absolutely. Chris Grimes, 2-time All-Pro in this league last year and the year before, and they have been struggling from the line of scrimmage, have barely gotten any yards in this game. That is certainly encouraging, not just for Grimes, but for this offensive line that for the first time was able to move this defensive line a little bit.
Yeah, they were able to break it out to that left wing of things. We're going to go back to trips right here. Grimes in the backfield with Elizondo. Low snap handed off again. Why not go for it again? Warming up more and more. It's about a 2-yard gain there for Chris Grimes. 5.5 to go here in the first half.
Yeah, if you're Golden State, just a little bit at a time. Can you put a drive together? That's what we haven't seen them do. So can you just get a few yards, little by little? The run game has started to get going. Is that going to open up some of the pass game? This would be an opportune time, second down, 2nd and 8. Maybe a short pass, get a few yards, and make it a 3rd and short.
Quick little West Coast action. If you're Coach Hartwell, maybe a nice long drive here, kill that clock, make sure the Rebellion can't get back on the board. All right, so we will see once again Elizondo there, handed off. Almost lost the ball. That's going to be no gain, I should say. Line judge did not move a muscle. It'll be 3rd and 8 now for the Storm. Trying to get into Rebellion territory.
Yeah, they faked the screen there, opt for the run. Rebellion just been around this league a little too long to fall for that. This team established in 2018, played in the first ever season of the WNFC in 2019. They've been here ever since.
Perennially at the top here of the WNFC. It's a great first opponent for the Storm. Nice litmus test. Elizondo rolling to the left. That's a great pass, and it's complete for a first down for the Storm. Who else? Sylvia Sloss. Well, just like you talked about, Sarah, quick little pass underneath. Good for a Storm first down.
Sloss in the slot has been open all night long. That's the first time the quarterback and the wide receiver able to connect, and it's a big one. The crowd loves it, and this is what we're going to see from the Storm. This is their first game, so we're going to see these connections really start to develop in real time.
Right, you are. And I've said it time and time again. I'll continue to say it. This crowd is here to cheer for their team, and they are just bursting at the seams to cheer for stuff. So anything like that, they're going to explode. Elizondo rolls out. Gets popped, covers though. That's about a 5-yard gain or so there, Sarah. 3 and change here.
Yeah, that's a great job by Elizondo. You look at down the field, and there was nothing there. There was nothing open. She's scanning down the left side of the field. She opts, because she doesn't see anything, to just tuck it and run. And a positive to have a quarterback that's so good with the ball, some experience in both rugby and flag football. So you know she can run. You know she's not afraid either of those tackles.
Oh, yeah. I respect anyone who plays rugby because I was terrified to play in pads for football. I can only imagine how much more brutal that is for rugby. Looks like it's going to be a timeout here for the Rebellion. We're just going to stay here while both teams commiserate with 3:29 to go. It's been a beautiful sunset. We got a little carnival going on the other side of Laney College. Just a reminder, folks, we do have our next game next Saturday, April 4th, here at Laney College. Come on down, 7 p.m., same time, same place. You'll be here, will you not?
I'll be here. I'll be on the call. Storm get to start with 2 home games before they head out on the road for 2 games. They're going to go to Seattle and then back to San Diego. Then they'll be home one more time, May 2nd versus Oregon Ravens before they head out on the road to Los Angeles. As for San Diego, well, they're starting away, and then they'll be at home. Unfortunately for them, they've got the schedule where they're home, they're away, they're home, they're away. They're going to be traveling. Luckily, this is 6 regular season games across an 8-week span, so 2 byes baked into that.
Right you are. All right, 2nd and 5 now. 3:29 in the first half to go. Elizondo there hands it off to the middle. Paquan gets about 2 or 3 here. This will be a 3rd and short here for the Storm. Peering into the Rebellion half of things.
Well, if you're the Storm, I think you have to go for this right now.
Absolutely. Oh, I 100%. It's 4-down territory.
We're seeing the quarterback, Stephanie Elizondo, jog off the field, though. So
interesting here. Still 3rd down, maybe a wildcat situation. Who quite knows here? Jogging onto the field there. I see Dorothy Mao running in with the play. Intrigued to see what will happen here. Maybe a little end around. We do have Brandy Ransom on that far end. Trips right.
So the center, Alyssa Dixon, is actually the backup quarterback as well. So we might see a little something there.
Oh, I would love to see that. I was waiting to talk about Alyssa Dixon, or as she's aptly known, Pork Chop. That's going to be a 1st down there. And that is number 16, Dorothy Mao, with the 1st down. Bit of a wildcat concept. Dorothy Mao, in true wildcat fashion there, has her head in the game.
That's incredible. I mean, Dorothy Mao starting at safety today. She checks into the game in that wildcat formation and gets a really big conversion right there.
You just see it from every aspect of this team so far, Sarah, from the crowd to the team. There's so much community and stepping up for one another. When we talked to Coach Dallas a couple days ago, he talked about how much this team has gone together to bond, and this is actually going to be, we're going to step away here. It is the 2-minute warning. So we're going to step away here as the Storm are trying to put some points on the board. We will be back. And we're back, folks. The Storm looking to get some points on the board. 2-minute warning. They are driving. Just got a 1st down on the Rebellion 36. Low snap. That's going to be a nice pass, and it will be caught. That's about a 6-yard gain. It will be caught at the 30-yard line. Clock is rolling, Sarah.
You said it. We'll see what the hurry-up offense looks like here.
Right, you are.
Elizondo, go ahead.
I was going to say Icy Copeland with the catch there. One of the many cool nicknames we have there. Also, of course, Venom Garcia. Also, of course, have Brianna Restella, as they like to call her, Apple Watch, because she practices with an Apple Watch on. Seems kind of wild. All right. Rolling to the right, the Storm looking to get on. They have a person open, just a little too wide.
Well, you see there what Elizondo saw. Gordon, number 11, was actually wide open. They just couldn't connect. You get a little peek, though, at the arm that Elizondo has, that, of course, head coach Dallas Hartwell was talking about. That's one of those things that later on in the season, that connection will be there. Just a half-second difference, and that's on.
So the nice benefit of that, though, we'll stop the clock. 1:19 to go. Third and about, let's see, 4. Third and 4, plenty of time. Still got the timeouts here due to the Storm. They haven't called any. Rebellion have called 2. So we'll see this one more time. Dropping back, pops it up. Oh! Intended for Sloss. That ball looked good for a second there, Sarah.
Yeah, we've heard that Elizondo can squeeze it into some tight windows, and that was a tight window. Okay, that was the cornerback and a safety converging.
Oh, yeah.
And Elizondo tried to squeeze that through to Sloss. Just missed the right way, of course, over the top, out of the reach of any defensive backs. But, my goodness, 2 shots at the end zone, and now you got to go for it.
Yeah, I always remember the great Bobby Bowden said he always wanted his quarterbacks to overthrow rather than underthrow. As we'll see Elizondo here in the shotgun position, 4th and 4 here for the Storm. We'll play action. Brandy Ransom, it hits her in the chest there. That is a great defensive stop there from number 18, Christina Leo.
We've seen Christina Leo, the cornerback for this San Diego team, hit a couple times exactly like that, and it's a combination of a great read, of course, by the cornerback and also the wide receivers of this Golden State Storm team not coming back to the ball. You come back to the ball and you don't stop running through that ball, you're going to make that catch.
When I always remember my coaches yelling at me, catch with your hands, don't catch it with your pads. We've seen that. We saw that with the pick 9. Ball bounced off those pads. But alas, some encouraging signs here for the Storm. They are playing, as we said, an undefeated team from last year that basically just barely lost in the semifinals. In all rights, probably could have won the championship last year. So this is a great first test. I mean, those first 5 minutes, shaky.
Let's not go all the way to championship. I mean, we got to throw some respect here to Texas Elite Spartans.
I know what I'm saying, too. That full credit to them, but I'm saying that, that they're an excellent team. It's a great test for the Storm here.
Of course.
Are we okay? Are you mad at me? All right, we got 1 minute to go here. I'm assuming the Rebellion probably just going to run this out, see it through. It's a lot of field between them and the end zone right about now. Of course, we'll take a little break ski at halftime. We're going to have some local gals flag football teams playing at halftime. That should be fun. Got a big crowd here. Man, the stadium is filled up. Wow. Just looking, peeking out into the press box. There was 2,000 people a while ago. So that flag goes up. Is this going to be a false start or encroachment? What's going on? Prior to the snap. False start there. We're going to go back 5. So it'll be 2nd and 13 for the Rebellion. 29 to go.
Yeah, especially with that, Jack. I think the Rebellion are probably just going to run this one out.
Yeah.
Up 16-0. No reason to test it.
Exactly. Got to feel pretty good here. If you're the San Diego Rebellion, made your presence known early in this contest. The Storm, those storm clouds brewing, becoming bigger and bigger throughout the game. A little tepid, a little drizzle to start. But the precipitation, the raindrops getting a little thicker as this game has gone by. I think we're just trying to make sure everything's all halal here now with the game clock. Oh, it's a 10-second runoff. Thank you, Doctor. All right, so 10-second runoff for the false start. Would assume that this is going to be a bit of a diplomatic genuflect here for the Rebellion. And we will, they're going to run it up the middle. Up the middle here, the Storm going to gang tackle there. And that is going to do it here for, almost a strip there from the Storm. Does not matter, though, as that will be the end of the first half, I believe. So we saw the San Diego Rebellion jump out early thanks to a nice touchdown and a pick 9. I was really glad we got to see one of those in the first days. Seems like there's one more play. I'm assuming Rebellion maybe got a timeout in there. What's going on? Are we going to halftime? All right, so that's going to do it for us here, folks, for the first half. Just a reminder, Golden State Storm in their inaugural matchup here against the San Diego Rebellion, struggling in the first 5 minutes, but have slowly been storming back. See what I did there, Sarah? Let's see if the Storm can respond here in the second half, as they are trailing with a score of San Diego Rebellion 16, Golden State Storm 0. Jack, Larry, Sarah, Ash, we'll be back.
This production is proudly brought to you in partnership with the official sponsors of the Women's National Football Conference. Adidas, the official on-field apparel sponsor of the WNFC, outfitting our athletes in world-class performance gear. Rydell, the official helmet sponsor of the WNFC, providing advanced protection and innovation to every player on the field. Dove, the official body confidence partner of the WNFC, committed to empowering women and girls through sport and self-confidence. Sway Medical, the official concussion management partner of the WNFC, leading the way in player safety and performance monitoring. Locked In Companies, the official partner of the WNFC Athlete Assistance Program, providing all athletes and coaches access to Support Link, connecting them to mental health resources and services. La Chica Sports, proud sponsor of the WNFC Player of the Week, celebrating excellence and standout performances all season long. Victory Plus, the exclusive streaming home of the WNFC. Watch every game, every highlight, every moment live on Victory Plus. Big Game USA, the official ball provider of the WNFC, delivering the Her Game footballs, designed by WNFC athletes for WNFC athletes. Got Her Back, the official charity partner of the WNFC, inspiring and supporting the next generation of girls in football. To all of our sponsors and supporters, thank you for investing into the future of football and for standing with us as we redefine what's possible for women in sport.
The WNFC Conference Playoffs go down on June 4th through the 6th. The Eastern Conference Finals are being hosted by the Washington Prodigy, and the Western Conference Finals are being hosted by the LA Legends. Don't miss a moment and get all the details at WNFCfootball.com. The WNFC 9 Cup Championship Weekend is being held June 19th through the 21st with the championship game at the Ford Center at the Star on Sunday, June 21st at 3 p.m. Central. You won't want to miss the biggest matchup of the season. For more details, visit WNFCfootball.com.
This production is proudly brought to you in partnership with the official sponsors of the Women's National Football Conference. Adidas, the official on-field apparel sponsor of the WNFC, outfitting our athletes in world-class performance gear. Rydell, the official helmet sponsor of the WNFC, providing advanced protection and innovation to every player on the field. Dove, the official body confidence partner of the WNFC, committed to empowering women and girls through sport and self-confidence. Sway Medical, the official concussion management partner of the WNFC, leading the way in player safety and performance monitoring. Locked In Companies, the official partner of the WNFC Athlete Assistance Program, providing all athletes and coaches access to Support Link, connecting them to mental health resources and services. La Chica Sports, proud sponsor of the WNFC Player of the Week, celebrating excellence and standout performances all season long. Victory Plus, the exclusive streaming home of the WNFC. Watch every game, every highlight, every moment live on Victory Plus. Big Game USA, the official ball provider of the WNFC, delivering the Her Game footballs, designed by WNFC athletes for WNFC athletes. Got Her Back, the official charity partner of the WNFC, inspiring and supporting the next generation of girls in football. To all of our sponsors and supporters, thank you for investing into the future of football and for standing with us as we redefine what's possible for women in sport.
The WNFC Conference Playoffs go down on June 4th through the 6th. The Eastern Conference Finals are being hosted by the Washington Prodigy, and the Western Conference Finals are being hosted by the LA Legends. Don't miss a moment and get all the details at WNFCfootball.com.
Oakland, California. It has been a party in this elongated halftime here in the stands. Jack Lowry, Sarah Ash here on the call. See us up there on the far left. Sarah, what did you like from the Storm there in this first half of action? Obviously struggling a little bit, but what did you like from the Storm in their first match?
They finished strong, and that's what's important.
Right.
That defense causing a fumble, getting one turnover from them, a couple of turnovers on downs. That's big, especially after San Diego came out hot. And full credit to the San Diego Rebellion. They came in here and they took 16 points on 2 possessions.
Oh, yeah.
That is incredible. A pick 9 to go along with it for the San Diego Rebellion. Absolutely incredible start from them. I would say that then it petered off towards the end, and it's the complete opposite for Golden State, who had a tough start and got stronger and stronger as that half went on, and that bodes really well if you're Golden State Storm coming into this. But we have to talk about a 30-minute halftime. This feels like a completely new game.
It does.
So does momentum even translate into the second half? You could argue that the Storm are coming in to the second half with maybe more momentum, but does it translate after 30 minutes? And on top of that, the Rebellion, they get the ball first.
Right, you are. Going to see Sloss kicking it off here for the Storm. A nice boot. Sylvia Sloss, the soccer player, sending it long here for the Rebellion. Dancing around here. And it looks like they're going to get brought down at the 37-yard line here. And the Storm will have their first opportunity to make a defensive stand here. We saw a lot from the Rebellion. Sarah, you talked about it a lot in that first half. Why deviate from that game plan when the run game is working so well? We've seen them struggle a little bit with the pass game, the Rebellion, that is. Certainly, if I was a betting man, would assume they're probably going to be putting the ball on the ground a lot more here in the second half.
Yeah, offensively, they have a big, efficient offensive line that does great work, a great job with fundamentals. That helps them with their running game, not just with their running back, but of course, Danny Trainer, the quarterback, has some legs on her as well. So I would agree, stick to what got you here, open up the run, and then you can try some pass plays.
Right, you are Danny Trainer, the quarterback for the Rebellion, with the only offensive touchdown of the game so far with about a 2-yard rush. That's hand up the middle. Storm going to gang tackle there for about a gain of 4. See there on the carry there, that was number 24, Kez Wesley.
Kez Wesley, led this team in rushing yards, 482 rushing yards last season, first in total touchdowns as well with 8. First team All-Pro, of course, after those numbers, so why not hand it off to Wesley?
Right, you are 480 in 6 games. That ain't too shabby. All right, so we'll see Trainer back there again. Oh, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see, handoff there. And that's going to be a first down for the Rebellion.
That's Wesley again. And again, why not just go back to what's working? We should mention as well, there's been a quarterback change, at least on that down.
Kamali.
Yes, that is Alia Karmali. Last year we saw Danny Trainer and Alia Kamali kind of trade off snaps. You look at how many snaps they both took and how many attempts they both took, at least in the air, relatively even. So no surprise here to see this switch between halves.
Makes sense here as we see the first down, first down, I should say, of the second half. This will be another draw up the middle here. This will be about a 3-yard gain that will get the Rebellion into Storm territory, eventually brought down on the Storm 48 there, Sarah.
Yeah, and a good play call just to draw from the line of scrimmage on first down. You like to see it from the San Diego Rebellion. They are just going back to what they know they can do well. We've talked already about this offensive line, but it really does need to be said. Of course, a couple All-Pros along that offensive line, including number 62, of course, Ruby Watson, and plenty of others.
Right, you are. It's game one in the trenches. That was the main focus for Coach Hartwell and the Storm in the transfer portal this offseason. And a lot of All-Pros. This is going to be a read option here. My goodness. It's quite a run there from Karmali. It's going to be about a 13-yard carry, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to get it to the 38. First down here for the Rebellion. A nice start for the folks from the 619.
Angelica Venom Garcia, as they call her, middle linebacker on the tackle there. 7 years of experience across international football, and she's taking that experience to the Storm.
Right you are. That's another run up the gut there. Only going to be about a 3-yard gain. Storm able to get plenty of Navy jerseys on the ball there.
Yeah, that was Bennett, 25, along with Garcia. Combined on the tackle, or even injury here, as we've got a Rebellion player down.
Sure enough, does look like that's Kez Wesley, who's a little shaken up on the play. There is a flag on the play as well. Okay, so we are going to take our timeout here really quick. 16-0, San Diego Rebellion against the Storm. We will be right back. And we are back, folks, here at Laney College. San Diego Rebellion starting off the first half here with a lot of momentum, and it looks like they just got a penalty that will give them a first down on the 20-yard line. Looks like it was a personal foul. Didn't get to see who exactly was the malfactor there, Sarah. But alas, this will be great offensive field position here for the Rebellion. Trying to quell this Storm. Try to keep this loud and proud crowd out of things. That's a nice spin move there, but a better open field tackle there from the Storm, Sarah.
That's Ingagiola on the carry, wearing number 23. She's the slot back today. People will be happy to know Kez Wesley, who was the injured player on the previous play, walked off on her own accord. So everything so far looks good, and we'll see if she returns to the play. But a change in running back for the Rebellion. Golden State certainly will be happy to see that, as Wesley was destroying from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice bit of gang tackling there. We've seen it. The Rebellion able to get like 3 yards every time, just slowly chipping away at the Storm defense. They'll have an I formation now. Once again into the backfield. There's some space. About an 8-yard run there. That's once again going to be in Gargiola with a nice run there first.
In Gargiola, the running back out of Colorado Springs. She's played 10 years of tackle football.
Dang.
Second team All-Pro last year in the wide receiver position, that is. Get some time today, and she's listed in the roster this year as a running back, so we'll get to see her with more carries like that. She runs hard, Jack.
Right, you are. And this crowd coming more and more alive here, trying to get a defensive stand from their Storm. Another read option here down the left side of things. That's going to be nice solo tackle there. Be about a 5-yard gain for the Storm. It'll be second and goal now from about the 4.5. Oh, pardon me, first and goal, I should say.
That's a great read option. We saw that. That's, of course, how Danny Trainer scored in the first half, running a touchdown from the quarterback in the first half. And that time, Karmali keeps it, almost makes her way in.
Had a lot of space there on the left side of things. Well, fooled me too on the read option. All right, 1st and goal. Hand up the gut and gonna walk it in there. It's a touchdown for the San Diego Rebellion to make it 22-0 here. Let's see how the Storm can respond here. Plenty of time still to go. 18 minutes cumulatively, but that is a nice score. This looks like it's going to PAT here for the Rebellion, who have not made a PAT quite yet. Oh, right you are. Pardon me, they made one. All right, kick is up, and kick is good. All right, so it'll be 23-0 as San Diego Rebellion go out to a nice lead. We'll see this replay.
Yeah, we get a look here at the touchdown. Another read option. This time it goes to the running back in Gargiola. That's why that read option is so lethal. We see it across all levels. And, of course, the play previous to that, it was a read option. Quarterback Carmali kept it, almost got in the end zone that time. Golden State defense aware of the run play option for the quarterback, and instead running back in Gargiola sneaks it in. It's a great play call by the Rebellion, and a great start to the second half for them, who I mentioned it was kind of a tough end to the first half. Energy seemed low. They go into halftime. They get the ball back to start the second half, and that was an incredible drive all the way down the field, and they put points on the board to top it off.
Right, you are. We'll now see how the Storm respond. As we mentioned at the beginning of the second half broadcast here, the Storm starting to warm up more and more in that first half. They got really close to scoring in the, at the end of the second quarter before a nice defensive stand from the Rebellion. They've not been able to string passes together maybe as much as they would have liked to, but some encouraging runs from Chris Grimes and company. As we'll see a couple of Storm returners waiting back there. And received at about the 15 now. It's going to be Pakuan, the 4'10" running back, getting it all the way to the 30-yard line. That's a nice return there for the Storm.
Yeah, she's got some power. She got hit for the first time around the 25-yard line, able to make her way all the way to the 30.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see if she gets some carries here in the second half. Of course, in the start of the first half, it was all Chris Grimes. They weren't getting anything, and so the Storm changed up a little bit, decided to go smaller. We'll see what they end up doing here.
Right, you are now, as we'll see Elizondo back in the huddle there. Or her Storm, Chris Grimes in there. 2 wide on each side for the Storm here. It's been a beautiful night, beautiful day here in Oakland. Chris Grimes up the middle there. As a tackle, forward progress is impeded there after about 1 yard. So it'll be 2nd and 9. Oh, pardon me, 2nd and 8. Looks like they're going to spawn it about a yard away. And we've seen the Storm try some early runs. You talked about it where you almost are forcing the Storm's hand on 3rd down, where this Rebellion team, when they get those 2 stops in the first 2 downs, they pretty much know that a pass is coming on that 3rd down play. We'll see Elizondo here. Snap to, that's a play action. Oh! Brandy Ransom, another drop, unfortunately, hits the hands. A little behind, but now 3rd and 8 here, Sarah.
Yeah, behind and low, and that was open. Again, this is something, this timing, it's different between practice and a game, and this is something that we're going to see developed between Elizondo and all of her receivers. But yeah, Brandy Ransom, I mean, that would have been an impeccable catch if she could have done that, gone back across her body, backwards, away from the direction she was running and falling in.
And I got to think that she probably heard footsteps. Once again, Brandy Ransom is an IBM engineer who was a sprinter at Rice. This is her, I believe, her first ever tackle football game. So I can totally understand being a little trepidatious and anticipating contact, and that contact is more than anticipated. It's met in the backfield. Elizondo with a huge sack there from the Rebellion. This is going to be 4th and long for the Storm. Great defense there,
It was
Sarah.
Ninj Martin who got there first, the linebacker out of Palo Alto, California, returning home to play here. Has played 23 years in this league as one of the founding members of this San Diego Rebellion team as well, and showing her experience in that as well. But, I mean, we're talking about the missed timing between quarterback and receivers, and part of that is the pressure that's being put on the quarterback, which we see here.
Ooh, looks like someone jumped. I think that's going to be a false start. We're going to see the Storm backpedal.
Yeah,
about 5 yards.
They're going to move back 5 yards.
All right, so going to push this back. Will give the Rebellion that much better of field position. Is about 16 and a half to go here in the second half of action. Still plenty of time here for the Storm. Just a reminder, there are things like going for 3 here in the WNFC. A defensive touchdown is worth 9 points here. So looks like back are going to be El Amin, and I believe that's going to be Taranisha Taylor as well back there. No, pardon me.
It's Brittany Lucene wearing number 1. She's
you.
been back there, but it's a bobbled.
Uh-oh, nice little pass. The Storm trying to get something going here. Only to get it back to the 25 here. It'll be a turnover on downs. Full credit to Sloss there, as had to save that. That would have been a touchdown there, one would assume, but got the ball out in time. Certainly ignited this crowd. Once again, full credit to this Laney crowd. They are so ready to explode and just cheer for just about anything, it seems like. So that's going to be a turnover on downs. You got to think here, Sarah, this could be the Rebellion's opportunity here to maybe put this one to bed.
Of course. If I'm San Diego right now, I'm thinking we're going to punch this into the end zone. I mean, I might even take a shot right now on first down.
Bottom of the screen there. Maybe Taylor there on the bottom. Saw that earlier. It's a hand up the middle. As we will get to see Wesley back in the game. As you said, an encouraging sign to see Wes back in the game.
Well, you take a shot downfield on first down only if you don't have Wesley, I suppose, as your running back who's just been outstanding today.
Who's been misses 5 yards a carry, which, my goodness. Usually, if you're running that much, you're probably going to win the game. Just ask Reggie Bush. My goodness. All right. So we'll see I formation now. Again, for the Rebellion. Just under 4 minutes here. Up the middle again to Wesley. Breaks a few tackles there. Going up the middle, a gang tackle for the Storm. But not before the Rebellion are able to move the chains again, Sarah.
Yeah, she's going to get forward progress on that one. Looks like they'll set up at the 13, 14-yard line, we'll see. So not quite first and goal yet. This is a big moment for Golden State Storm. They've held up really well against this San Diego offense, this high-power San Diego offense. I mentioned they averaged 29.2 points per game last season offensively.
This would pretty much be them hitting their averages. And let's see what this Storm defense is made of. Coach Hartwell talked a lot about the camaraderie. How this team they care about each other. They bond with one another. So that's another hand up the middle. Wesley looks to be stopped at about the 2-yard line. That's going to be a first down and a first and goal here for the Rebellion.
Yeah, I mean, that hole was huge. Yeah. That hole was absolutely huge. So we get to talk about the offensive line right now, which we've mentioned already, but we're going to give credit to the players who never get to be the center of the conversation. They have a massively efficient offensive line. They're big. They can move players around, and most importantly, they're good at the fundamentals, and that's why this team has a great run game.
Right, you are the most unsung heroes on the field, by far the most important. Game is won in the trenches. Ball is handed off and walked in the middle there. Wesley makes it 29-zip now for the Rebellion. Easy
Every single play, Jack. Every single play of that drive was a handoff to who else? Kess Wesley. And why not? First team All-Pro running back last year. Led this team in rushing yards. We're getting to see why, but my goodness, this run game on full display for San Diego.
You could see there on that replay, we talked about it in the first half, Sarah, over pursuit by the Storm. They were in the backfield, but a little bit of perhaps inexperience, some growing pains, we'll call them, as we're going to see the Rebellion trying to hit their quota now. And kick is up, and kick is good. And it is now 30-0. The San Diego Rebellion looking to keep their undefeated ways. We're going to step away here for a second, as once again the San Diego Rebellion dominating here at Laney College with a score of 30-0 against the Golden State Storm. We'll be back in a second. Jack, Larry, Sarah, Ash, we'll be back. And welcome back here, folks, to Laney College. Jack Lowry, Sarah Ash on the call here. Calling some WNFC action. It has been all San Diego Rebellion. Saying, welcome to the league, Golden State Storm. Bit of a nice wake-up call here if you're the Storm. A humbling experience, perhaps you'd call it, Sarah.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to be a brand new team. It's hard, just in general, it's hard to put one together. Everything about it is hard. We're going to see an onside kick.
Onside kick! Seems high. All right. This might be Rebellion ball. No, it's going to be Storm ball. Wow, okay. All right, so we're making this game a little spicy already there, Sarah. Wow. There's no point differential. I know we're going to talk about playoff structure here in a second. I don't think there's point differential as a tie-breaking method.
No, but it's interesting as you see the onside kick here. It did look potentially like that ball
dubious.
Initially slipped through.
Yeah, you could see there. I believe that was Lucene who popped up and thought that was Rebellion ball. To be fair, I feel like everyone always thinks it's their ball whenever you watch football.
Of course, but it is interesting when you're kicking from the 45-yard line.
Yeah.
An onside kick, it's actually not the worst field position to give the other team.
Right you are, as Elizondo's going to pass it, or pardon me, to hand it off to Paquan. Gets popped in the back there. It's a nice hit there. Just right between the shoulder blades there. I believe that was Lucene.
Yeah, that's Brittany Lucene, outside linebacker. Last year, first team All-Pro. Led this team in tackles and in sacks. She has been everywhere. Tonight.
It seems like every time the Storm hand the ball off, it's about a 1-yard gain. We saw some encouraging runs from Grimes in the second quarter there. But it certainly seems like the Rebellion have turned on. Like we said, that long halftime I think is going to be a big advantage for this more experienced team of the Rebellion. So here we go, Storm chants from this big crowd. Paquan met in the backfield by a sea of San Diegan jerseys.
And once again, met by Brittany Lucene, outside linebacker. That pursuit is unreal. Just the way she reads this game is pretty unmatched. She's only played 2 years of tackle football.
Kind of shades of Fred Warner there. Just anywhere the ball is, you see that number 1 somewhere around the pigskin.
And 3rd and long, now you have to go in the air.
Right you are. 3rd and 13 here from the 35. Storm's 35. We'll see Elizondo here with Paquan. That's going to be a quick pass, just a little too much mustard for Paquan.
Yeah, I mean, you see right there, Elizondo had to drop that arm. There was too much pressure coming in. She had to get that throw off, but the reason that didn't connect is because she had to drop that arm. That throw had to come out at a different angle, and it fell too wide. So that pressure on the quarterback has been kind of the name of the game right now. this San Diego team is just getting to the backfield.
Yes, it feels like any time the Storm get any semblance of comfortable, there's an adulation from the Rebellion side of things, whether it was that pick 9, whether it's a sack, a forced fumble, anything. Showing their experience, showing they're wise beyond their years. Sloss going to punt this one. Little bouncer. This will be returned for the Rebellion. Nice bit of a stiff arm there. My God, goodness. From who else but Lucene? Lucene in the membrane there. 42-yard line.
My goodness, yeah. Brittany Lucene, I mean, she's been back for all of the punt returns and the kickoff returns. She can truly do it all, but you get a little look at the strength with that stiff arm, and this is good field position now once again for the Rebellion, starting in Golden State Storm territory.
Right,
They'll be on Golden State's, 42?
Yep, 42 here. We mentioned it earlier. The Rebellion last year averaged 30 points a game. They only allowed 6 per game. They had, what'd you say, 3 shutouts last season?
They had 4.
4?
Yeah,
my goodness.
I mean, in the other 2, they gave up 6 points and 3 points respectively, and then the final 4 games of the regular season, they shut out their opponents.
Wow. Well, we're going to hear the Storm crowd in full voice. Oakland fans are unmatched in their enthusiasm, as who else but Wesley going to get another rip of about 5 yards to the left side there for the Rebellion.
Yeah, we might sound like a broken record, but hey, if it's not broken, don't fix it. And if your running back is averaging 5 yards a carry, just keep handing it off. And this is going to exhaust this Golden State Storm defense, who we also haven't mentioned. This defense has basically been on the field this entire half.
Yes.
And of course, they're going to be exhausted by now.
Right, you are. And so that is going to be the end of the third quarter here. It has been all Rebellion. It's the Empire's worst nightmare here as the Storm down 30-0. We're going to stay here. Sarah, why don't we dive into some playoff format action? Maybe explain some concepts here, folks.
Sure.
As we said, it's about a six-game regular season, but why don't you expand on that a little bit, Sarah?
Absolutely. Every team's going to play 6 games. That's over the course of 8 weeks. So every team's going to get 2 bye weeks. Every team's going to play 3 home games and 3 away games. Now, in terms of the structure, if you're new to the WNFC, there are 4 divisions, 4 teams per division. You got the Pacific, the Northwest, the Central, and the Atlantic division. Now, you're going to play your regular season games through May 16th, and then come June 4th, the playoffs begin. The Eastern Conference playoffs will be played in D.C., the Western Conference playoffs in Los Angeles. And then, Jack, we have to talk about the championship game. It'll be played on 9 Cup Championship weekend. That is what the championship game is called. It's called a 9 Cup. That will be an entire weekend of June 19th through the 21st. The game will be on that final day on the 21st. That's going to be streamed on ESPN2. Of course, every other game here on Victory Plus where you're watching this.
And that 9 Cup will be in Frisco, Texas, not across the bay. If you show up in San Francisco, you're going to be really confused in June. I won't be able to help you. I'm sorry, friends. That'll be in Frisco, Texas. All right, so looks like we're going to start off the 4th quarter. Here's Sarah Ash. Road goes on forever, but the party never ends, especially here at Laney College. It's been basically a sellout here. There are legitimately probably 4,000 people in the stands. Cannot stress enough. Come through next Saturday if you don't have plans to already. 7 o'clock kickoff. Me and Sarah will be on the call again. So we have 2nd and 5 for the SD Rebellion. Another handoff to Wesley. And stop me if you've heard this one before, with a 5-yard pickup. Man, Rebellion they got to have that chip on their shoulder after falling in the semis last year. Got something to prove, perhaps. That's going to be another first down at the 31. As the seconds trickling away, this game becoming more and more of a consolation. But there's a lot of situations, I think, where the Storm can grow here. Obviously, this is their first game ever. It's the inaugural game. Can only go up from here. That is going to be an end-around run. Oh, my goodness. Nice truck stick there in Gargiola. who has one of the rushing touchdowns here for the for the Rebellion. Every time I say their name, I want to talk like the Emperor from Star Wars, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get copyright stricken. But hey, maybe if they make the Title IX Cup, I'll say it on ESPN too.
Perhaps. Of course, the 9 conference championship, obviously that 9 we're seeing pop up a lot. Jack, we can come back to this that after this play.
All right, we're going to see second and about 3 or 4. Second and 4 is the official ruling here. Rebellion, little read option again. We've seen them try this. It's only going to be about a yard gain here. Storm drawing some cheers from the crowd.
Yeah, and that's Angelica Venom Garcia, as they say, in pursuit alongside Francisca Deagle, combined to make the tackle. Good job there by the Storm to get in there, make the tackle. But once again, even so, it was a strong pursuit, and still 7 yards picked up.
So this will be a 3rd and 3 now for the Rebellion. The crowd in strong voice trying to will this Storm on. Wesley gonna get popped. That's gonna be a first down though.
Yeah, she got popped, but she got popped the correct direction.
Yes,
falling forward for the first down.
Yeah, that was a nice hit there. I believe that was Harris on the hit. It's a nice open field tackle. Could have been devastating there. But we will see the chains move again. Now here for the Rebellion. All right, I got it out once, Sarah. It's done. Last time I'm going to do it. All right, Rebellion here trying to put more points on the board. First down is at about the 8-yard line, I want to say. It's been all Wesley in the second half. Why not another big run all the way to the 5? It's about an 11-yard run there, Sarah. My goodness.
That's a big run from Wesley, and that means a lot because earlier in this game, in the first half, there was an attempted field goal by the Rebellion, and it did not go according to plan. So you'd assume that San Diego may be a little gun shy of kicking a field goal again now that they're so close. However, it's going to feel more like a point after attempt. So really anything is on the table here for San Diego to put points on the board.
Right you are. See them again. Would assume they're probably just going to go back to Wesley. Sure enough, up the gut. Wesley's going to get popped by a few folks. In the middle, that'll be about a 2 or 3 yard gain now. As this will be second and goal at about the 3-yard line from what I can see the spot. See, there is, I believe, going to be a timeout here taken by the Golden State Storm. Looks like Coach Dallas Hartwell wants to just make sure this team plays the right way. We talked about it time and time again. This is a lot of players who have not ever played organized tackle football before, who have played a lot of rugby. So we see now the schedule for the Storm on the screen there. Once again, next week against Las Vegas, April 4th, Sarah Ash and I will be on the call before they have, 3 weeks before they're back here on May 2nd against the Oregon Ravens. And then another bye before they go down to Los Angeles. It's a nice, quick season here. Big to have a couple of buys as well, Sarah. See how they respond here. And there we go with the Rebellion. You talked about this. Such a frustrating schedule going back and forth, back and forth. You almost want to just have some dedicated time down in San Diego.
Certainly. I mean, it does help that they'll play the LA Legends, of course, not too far from San Diego. But here we are back.
Hop, skip,
a big
and
second
jump.
and 3.
Right you are. See Wesley in the back there. Oh, going to walk it in. It looks like, yep, sure enough. That's going to be another touchdown there, this time from Karmali. 36-0 for the Rebellion here. San Diego in firm control here. Basically from the get-go, you could see this is pretty much this is their first touchdown, almost to a T.
You love the play calls here because I formation, it looks like it's just going to be another run play, and instead it's a quarterback keep. Karmali sneaks it in.
Yeah, a bit of sleight of hand there. Full credit once again to this great team. Well-coached team from there, from Nengi Martin.
Low.
That is low ski. So it'll be 36 zip. 8-12 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Got to see the Storm at least get on the board, Sarah. You got to think. Get some try and draw some positives going into next week.
Hey, you know what? We've said it before. We'll say it again. They're not going to be. They wouldn't be the first team shut out by this San Diego team if they didn't put any up. No matter what, the fans have turned out in numbers for this first game. This community is excited to have this team here. Everybody knows that this is just the starting point, and they will grow. And what a way to start. We're going to keep our eyes on this because, of course, in the last kickoff.
Yeah, there was an onside kick.
We saw an onside kick.
Right,
so perhaps we'll see this again. Of course, that shows quite a bit of confidence in this San Diego Rebellion defense, knowing that, hey, no matter where this field position is, we believe our defense can come out and get a stop. And when you're up 36-0, you can start to try things like this in the game. So why not?
Why not?
What are the unwritten rules of football, though? Can you do it twice in a row when you're up 36-0? Why not? Hey, this is professional competition.
Exactly.
We'll see what happens.
And we'll see, looks to be a squib this time. Looks like they're utilizing the entire arsenal of kickoffs that will be fielded at the 20-yard line for the Storm. So they'll have 80 yards to get this into the end zone. 8:09 remaining in this game. Capacity crowd here at Laney College. We talked about this community. Laney College here, so apropos for a location. You know, we talked about it in the pregame over the PA, why the Golden State Storm play here, and it is, of course, because of the legendary Oakland legend, football legend, Coach John Beam, who advocated before this team was ever really even announced for these women to play here. So we obviously send love to the Beam family and anyone who was impacted by Coach Beam. His umbrella of impact is so massive here in this community. Is that going to be a catch? Does not look to be. Looks like it bounced off the turf there. Sloss, the intended target. Seen Sloss get open there over the middle. Elizondo not able to put the zip on the ball, perhaps.
Yeah, well,
needed.
Once again, just a kind of short pass, maybe a foot short of what was needed. And again, that's timing. That is how much time Elizondo has in the pocket. Can she step into the throw? Can she put the zip on it that's needed? And with this rush, that she just can't.
Right, you are. I mean, when you look back at the Super Bowls that like Tom Brady lost, when he lost, it was because they put pressure on him consistently. As Elizondo gonna hit Ransom again on the hands, not able to hold onto it. That is frustrating there. Ransom has had plenty of targets. Once again, full grace to Brandy Ransom. This is her first ever football game being played. She was a sprinter at Rice, an engineer at IBM. You know, they're going to be one smart cookie. As we'll see Elizondo on 3rd and 10, dropping back. This looks like it's going to be a little screen. Bounces to Chris Grimes. That'll be 4th down for the Storm.
Perhaps for the best. The pursuit was there on Grimes. Was about to get popped.
I was about to say hospital
if they
ball
had
on the way.
caught that anyways. But, you know, you talk about the inexperience. 36 rookies on this active roster out of 44 active players. That is a lot of experience. We asked head coach Dallas Hartwell about this when we got to chat with him. He said, of course, the upside is that what you teach them is Bible. There's no bad habits that you have to untrain. Obviously, the downside of that is getting hit in a game. It's just different than getting hit in practice, and you don't know how somebody's going to respond to that if they're not used to it.
The first time that was a little low. Sloss is able to get it off. Ooh, that drops for a nice Storm bounce. Yeah, I was going to say, is the first time that you get hit and your chin strap goes into your throat, that is a fun feeling. And it's been fun feelings for the San Diego Rebellion all game long here. 7:45 remaining in this game. We'll see again the San Diego Rebellion come out. Would assume we're probably going to see more of that bench coming through. Would assume. I think I'm seeing some fresh faces in the backfield there. But like you said, Sarah, A lot of these players are starting with square one, and like Coach Hartwell said, what you teach them is gospel. But there's a lot of players. There's a player on the Rebellion who's been playing for 23 years. Yeah. There are players on the Storm who aren't even 23.
Yeah.
Experience. It's always going to be a huge factor in a game that is as cerebral as football. Another snap. It's a pitch to the right. Gobbled up by the Storm there. It's a nice stop. And Zappia there on the run. Going to be brought down.
Yeah, that was, of course, number 43, Laney
Kamal
sure on the pursuit. Obviously, look, you look at the roster and it lists her hometown as Denver, but we got to chat with her parents ahead of time. They said she's actually born in the Bay Area. Her dad is from the Bay, born and raised in the East Bay, and then they moved to Denver. And they said this feels like such a full circle moment for her. It feels like coming back home for everybody. She's got tons of family on her dad's side out at Laney College right now watching her play. I mean, I'll just say it again. She was a standout in high school on the boys tackle football team.
Yes.
She's been playing for a long time.
Yes. Playing since 16 years old. Incredible force here for the Storm. To quote another great Bay Area legend, Sly Stone, it's a family affair out here. Saw the LeGrand family in strong numbers here. Amongst others, as that's another run here for the Rebellion. The seconds trickling away with about 6 to go here in the fourth quarter of action.
This crowd's still into it.
Yes.
Chance of defense.
Yeah. Listen to this, folks. Of course, curse of the commentator. They stopped chanting right as I put my mic out to the crowd. But strong chance of defense still. The writing's been on the wall for this game for quite some time, as we are going to see the Rebellion take a timeout. We're going to stay here. See, what else have I feel like kind of slowed down here a little bit. Let's maybe go on some of this history of the Rebellion. They've been around for a while here. Sarah, why don't we expand on some of that Rebellion history?
Yeah, I mean, this is a team that anybody who's been following the WNFC knows. They were established in 2018 when the WNFC was established, their first season in 2019. Before that, they played in the Women's Football Alliance and then joined in 2019. You'll love it. They're in their formation. They're ready to go already. They've made the 9 Cup just one time back in 2021. They lost to Texas Elite Spartans 27-6, who, by the way, have won 5 of the 6 total 9 Cups.
Elite.
That's 5 of the 6 total 9 Cups is what it's called, of course, as the championship, including 4 in a row from 2019 to 2023. They didn't play in 2020. That's why that makes it 4.
Impressive from the Rebellion here, as there's a flag up. I would assume there's maybe a neutral zone situation.
Yeah, that's going to be, well, I believe that's going to be against the Rebellion.
Let's see, might be an illegal shift just from what I'm seeing. Oh, no, I think the Storm may be declining rather than the illegal shift motion. So let's see what the official call is going to be. Would assume this will probably be 4th down. Yeah, this is going to be an illegal shift here. Legal shift on the Rebellion. They're going to repeat this from what? Oh, no, pardon me. They are going to decline, would make sense here for Coach Hartwell. Trying to get the ball back, get something going, trying to get some positives here before we all make our way back into the world.
San Diego's going to send the punt team out. Looked for a second like they might go for it. You kind of figure, well, why not?
I mean, they onside kicked up 36, so why not?
Get some reps in for the punt team.
Yes.
This is their kicker, of course, wearing number 84, Jocelyn Charlotte. Hasn't had a lot to do today, so let's get some reps and get the punts going. It's always good, of course, when the punter doesn't have a busy day.
Paquan back there on the 20. Sorry, just heard a kid say something very funny in the crowd. A lot of fun vibes here at Laney College. That's a low block. Oh, why did they touch that? Oh, no! That is a live ball. Okay, that will be Storm ball. My goodness. I understand if a ball's running at you, your first instinct is going to be to touch it, but that became live. I don't know who that was touched by, but almost a dubious situation. I think that was number 25 there. Shaniqua Bennett, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that certainly could have turned sour really quickly. That could have been a rebellion ball at the Storm 25-yard line. But you rewind earlier, I mean, the Storm almost got a hand on that punt right off of the snap as well.
Yes.
Instead, a great punt and great field position, at least for the Rebellion, to start and back the Storm up all the way to their own 25. And listen, at the end of the first half, the Storm were moving the ball.
Yes.
They were able to drive down the field. They need to get back to what they were doing at the end of that first half and back to basics here, just a few yards at a time.
And full credit, they got that 3-and-out right there very quickly. A nice defensive stand. As we said, some positives to draw on. As we'll see Elizondo here with another quick pass to Paquan.
What a tackle.
Yeah, that was a Fred Warner-esque. That was almost like a Dre Greenlaw tackle.
That's Katie Claxton, outside linebacker, second in tackles. We mentioned her already before. She was a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year last year. She was first team All-Pro in the linebacker position, and that was an incredible pursuit by Claxton.
2-yard loss. Anytime it seems like the Storm try to get something going in the air, there is a white jersey right there to go bam. So we will see Grimes back there with Elizondo. Going to send Sloss in motion. I think this could be an illegal shift. Believe it's going to be an illegal shift. We do see the flag there. Sloss was in motion. I'm assuming someone else was also. Sure enough, declined. All right. So it'll be 3rd down now for the Storm. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see a Brandy Ransom completion, I think, here. I think that'd be a nice mental victory here for the Storm. Has had some nice targets. Let's get a nice crisp pass. Let's try and land the plane correctly here for the Storm. As we said, this game more or less over at this point. As Elizondo rolls to the left and through the hands there, unfortunately, of Icy Copeland. So that will be 4th and long now for the Storm, as we'll see them punt this off again here. 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. The Storm will have a week to regroup here. If you're Coach Hartwell, Sarah, what do you think? What are the positives that you can draw from this game, and what do they need to improve upon?
Well, I think the best thing, and I think any coach would say this, and sometimes you get sick of hearing it, but it's true. The best thing about getting beat like this is it's going to show every single one of your weaknesses.
Yes.
So you go back to practice and you work on all of that. Of course, these receivers, they're used to getting popped now.
Yes.
And that offensive line is used to one of the best linebacking and defensive line cores now in the league. So you get used to that. You take the positives where they come. You had some great drives where you were able to drive the ball down the field. You had a mix of some run plays, some pass plays. And look, it's been there. It's just been about a second off. And that's the positive that this Golden State Storm team needs to take, is that it's not like they can't create anything.
Yes.
The timing is just about a second off, and that is correctable.
Yeah, we've seen it time and time again here, Sarah, where these receivers are getting open. Like you said, I'm never going to give anyone crap for just being weary of contact, especially when you've never played this sport before. It is getting hurts so much. I've heard Hall of Fame running backs. Tiki Barber talked about this. Tiki Barber always talked about he was a great running back because he hated contact. He wanted to avoid it at all costs. It makes sense. And like you said, I think going back to the drawing board, you got a great game next weekend at 7 p.m. April 4th. Games against Las Vegas here at Laney College. Come for the vibes. As well, we have a full crowd here, capacity more or less, here at Laney College. Go get some ons afterwards. Bosch punt, muffed punt, whatever you want to call it. Who has it? Rebellion have it. That was close. It was about a 22-yard punt. Bit of a muff. I believe that was number 15, Shante Williams, on the muff. All right, so we will see once again the Rebellion start off in the Storm side of things, have they started off in their own half yet? I don't think so.
It's a great question. It's a great question.
Maybe once or twice. It was in the around the 40-yard line, perhaps.
Yeah, a great special teams play, though, for the Storm right there. It was a great punt and an almost recovery by Shina Cole. Hey, those tides could have turned quickly.
Yeah. That's a play that you can draw positives on, I think. Creating pressure for the kick returner. That obviously created them up. Almost created a turnover there. As we once again will see the Rebellion here. Probably just run this ball into the ground. Oh, big ol' hit there from K. Believe that is going to be about, oh, nope, no loss on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10 there. So that was Laney College on the big hit. All over the field here for the Storm. 2nd and 10 now. In the backfield now, we're going to see Melina Malaxos. Number 26. Little play action again. Who else but Leilani Kamal? Great open field tackle. Wrapped up at the waist.
Leilani Kamal alongside Angelica Venom Garcia in pursuit. Linebackers playing so well here. I mean, we talked, of course, about how Dallas Hartwell wanted to recruit some of the core players off of the transfer portal. He wanted to get some offensive line women and some linebackers out of the portal who had experience, and we can see that here.
Right, you are up the middle again. That's going to be about a 2-yard gain there for Malaxos. So this will be 4th and short. Would assume, why not go for it? If you're the Rebellion, you pretty much have the backups in.
Well, why not go for it also? Because, I mean, this ball is already in Golden State territory. You've been able to get the stop on the other side. There's 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Not seeing where the play clock is at right now, but they could even wind this down to the 2-minute warning right now if they want, not even get this play off.
And once again, down 36, this crowd is still as loud as they were on the opening kickoff. Get down here next week, folks. Malaxos tries to bounce it to the wing. Great open field tackle. Gives this Storm crowd something to cheer about here, Sarah.
That is Dorothy Mao. That is, for the record, the starting safety, Dorothy Mao, coming screaming in from the backfield for the Storm.
All right, folks, so we are going to step away for our final break. 36-zip here for the Rebellion against the Storm. We'll be back with the conclusion after this game. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back to Laney College. Jack Lowry, Sarah Ash here on the call. It's been all Rebellion all game long here. Golden State Storm in their inaugural game, the WNFC, given quite the welcoming package here by the Rebellion. That is a hand up the middle to Chris Grimes. That's an encouraging run there, Sarah.
Certainly. It's been a frustrating day for Chris Grimes, one of the captains here for this ball club. And, I mean, listen, they were definitely on the scouting report.
Yes.
There's no question there. You look at Chris Grimes, two-time second team All-Pro, and they've been stopped a lot. It's nice to get some yardage.
And if you think about it, too, that's a dubious pass. You think about it, Chris Grimes is probably one of the one of 8 players that actually has film on their play style.
It's true, yeah. That one there from Elizondo, she threaded the needle well. It needed to have a little more zip on it, though, some more zip, and that would have made it into the hands, of course, of Sylvia Sloss, who has done a great job in the slot receiver role of getting herself open today.
The slot receiver, so important in the modern game of football. You see so many great players. That a great slot receiver is a lot like a great tight end. It opens up so many different facets of your offense if you have someone firing on all cylinders. Chris Grimes, nothing there for KG. Unfortunately, 75 seconds or so trickling away here. Just a reminder, the Silver Stars of Las Vegas will be coming to town next Saturday, April 4th here, 7 p.m. at Laney College. Golden State Storm be looking to respond. All right, and so we're going to be running clock here. As you can see there, Vegas next weekend. Please come through. There's legitimately, 4,000 people here, Sarah? Palpable sense of community. If you love Oakland and you love Oakland sports, come to a game. This has been amazing. Absolutely amazing. As Elizondo almost able to complete that fourth down attempt there. And so we are just about 30 seconds out here before the end of this contest. Once again, Jack Lowry, Sarah Ash here on the call. We'll be on the call next weekend for the Storm versus the Silver Stars. Should be a great contest. We'll see the Storm respond well.
That was Dominique Stewart-Thomas, the target, the wide receiver on that play, or seeing her get her first minutes. Of course, she's a rookie, coaches 3 sports at her alma mater, Skyline High School, just in the South Bay. She gets some time there. So good opportunity for both teams, really, to get some second-string players reps at the end of this game.
But it's all about getting better. It's all about growing this lovely sport that continues to grow at what seems to be an exponential rate here, especially in the Bay. So it had some great flag football action at halftime. See flag football sprouting up everywhere here, as this is going to be the knee that's going to do it here. So the San Diego Rebellion come to Laney College and welcome the Storm to the WNFC with a big old goose egg there and 36 points on the board here for the Rebellion. It's that run game. It's been that dang run game here for the Rebellion. We knew that this game was going to be won inside the trenches, and that was perfectly evident here, Sarah. As it certainly looks like we are Dunsky here. So San Diego Rebellion will advance to 1-0. The Storm got to go back to the drawing board. But once again, let's end on a positive here. 4,000 strong, giving a standing ovation here to these women for this inaugural Golden State Storm game. I got goosebumps. I love Oakland, folks. Come on down to Laney College, please. Sarah, you got any final thoughts here as we see everyone off?
Oh, an incredible start for the San Diego Rebellion. Of course, remember they were 6-0 in their regular season last year in 2025. They start off strong. I'm sure they're hoping and looking to repeat this. So some big wins for San Diego coming out of this. For for Golden State. I mean, a lot of takeaways to work on in practice and a big moment.
Right. A statement win for the Rebellion. They stay undefeated here in regular season play over the last couple of years. So that's going to do it here for us on Victory Plus for the Golden State Storm. I am Jack Lowry. She is Sarah Ash here. Final score, San Diego Rebellion 36, Golden State Storm 0. We will see you next week, April 4th, 7 o'clock, Las Vegas versus the Storm. We'll see you next Saturday. Take care.
Football conference. Adidas, the official on-field apparel sponsor of the WNFC, outfitting our athletes in world-class performance gear. Rydell, the official helmet sponsor of the WNFC, providing advanced protection and innovation to every player on the field. Dove, the official body confidence partner of the WNFC, committed to empowering women and girls through sport and self-confidence. Sway Medical, the official concussion management partner of the WNFC, leading the way in player safety and performance monitoring. Locked & Companies, the official partner of the WNFC Athlete Assistance Program, providing all athletes and coaches access to Support Link, connecting them to mental health resources and services. La Chica Sports, proud sponsor of the WNFC Player of the Week, celebrating excellence and standout performances all season long. Victory Plus, the exclusive streaming home of the WNFC. Watch every game, every highlight, every moment live on Victory Plus. Big Game USA, the official ball provider of the WNFC, delivering the Her Game footballs, designed by WNFC athletes for WNFC athletes. Got Her Back, the official charity partner of the WNFC, inspiring and supporting the next generation of girls in football. To all of our sponsors and supporters, thank you for investing into the future of football and for standing with us as we redefine what's possible for women in sport. This production is proudly brought to you in partnership with the official sponsors of the Women's National Football Conference. Adidas, the official on-field apparel sponsor of the WNFC, outfitting our athletes in world-class performance gear. Rydell, the official helmet sponsor of the WNFC, providing advanced protection and innovation to every player on the field. Dove, the official body confidence partner of the WNFC, committed to empowering women and girls through sport and self-confidence. Sway Medical, the official concussion management partner of the WNFC, leading the way in player safety and performance monitoring. Locked & Companies, the official partner of the WNFC Athlete Assistance Program, providing all athletes and coaches access to Support Link, connecting them to mental health resources and services. La Chica Sports, proud sponsor of the WNFC Player of the Week, celebrating excellence and standout performances all season long. Victory Plus, the exclusive streaming home of the WNFC. Watch every game, every highlight, every moment live on Victory Plus. Big Game USA, the official ball provider of the WNFC, delivering the Her Game footballs, designed by WNFC athletes for WNFC athletes. Got Her Back, the official charity partner of the WNFC, inspiring and supporting the next generation of girls in football. To all of our sponsors and supporters, thank you for investing into the future of football and for standing with us as we redefine what's possible for women in sport. This production is proudly brought to you in partnership with the official sponsors of the Women's National Football Conference. Adidas, the official on-field apparel sponsor of the WNFC, outfitting our athletes in world-class performance gear. Rydell, the official helmet sponsor of the WNFC, providing advanced protection and innovation to every player on the field. Dove, the official body confidence partner of the WNFC, committed to empowering women and girls through sport and self-confidence. Sway Medical, the official concussion management partner of the WNFC, leading the way in player safety.